Hi, good evening. Sorry, I forgot to switch me lights on there. Let's have your names up if you're on board for the quiz. Tap a little mess chat and we'll see who we've got. Oh, Carol won't be participating tonight. She's on her way back from a little jaunt in London. Evening, Dawn. Happy Easter to you as well. Evening, June. Anybody else in there coming under the chat? Evening, Stephen. Evening, Stacey. You can see our Carol won't be on tonight, so that means our Eddie won't be on. Up there's Richard. That's everybody else in there. That's good. That's the full house apart from Carol tonight. Just to let you know, there won't be any quizzes for the next 2 weeks after tonight. Because all being well, I'll be in sunny Lanzarote, Puerto del Carmen. Well, as I said, Stephen, we'll not be on next week, so yeah, you can watch your wonderful Sunderland with a clear conscience, mate. Actually, they're playing some good stuff at the minute. They've got a half-decent side. They're a bit young and a bit weak at times, like less physical, but really good football side. So they say it'll be sort of 3 weeks tonight before we'll have another one, which will be the Tuesday before Election Day on the Thursday that week. You never know, Stephen, you never know. I wish you the best, mate, I really do. I'm not one of those sad Geordies that want to see Sunderland do badly. I like to see anybody in the North East do well. I wouldn't mind just finishing second top of the Premier League, mate. As long as we finish top. That's all. Anyway, subjects tonight. General knowledge, words, pop, Shakespeare, sports TV, human body films, and famous people and countries. Excuse me. That's your selection for tonight. And we'll start with general knowledge. Question 1. What name is given to the person who directs an orchestra using a baton? I tried to, Stacey. I really tried to. Maybe I've got daughter, a son-in-law, several nieces who are all teachers, and string you up for that, mate. String you up. Question 2. Which country lies in the Pyrenees between Spain and France? Which country lies in the Pyrenees between Spain and France? Question 3. What is the main ingredient used to make a meringue? was the main ingredient used to make a meringue? You like jelly or a meringue? No, you're wrong. I like jelly. Ah. Question 4. Who was the only character to appear in every episode of the long-running sitcom The Last of the Summer Wine? It's not the actor's actress's name or the name of the character. Who was the only character to appear in every episode of Last of the Summer Wine? And question 5. Banquo was a character in which Shakespeare played. Banquo was a character in which Shakespeare played. Question 2 is on words. Number 1. What word can go after ear, hot, and pot to make 3 new words? What word can go after ear, hot, and pot? It's EAR, hot, and pot. Question 2. What word can go before collar, wash, and board to make 3 new words? What word can go before, that's in front of, collar, wash, and board? Question 3. What word can go after door, time, and main? M-A-I-N. What word can go after door, time, and main? Four. What word can go before fingers, hook, and tank? What word can go before fingers, hook, and tank? And 5. What word can go after back, quick, and gun? What word can go after back, quick, and gun? G-U-N. Excuse me. When you got all the answers, send us it ready through. These words that make me just ponder a little bit. Okay, well, Stephen's ready. June ready. Dawn's ready. Stacey ready. And Richard's ready. Okay, the general knowledge. Name given to a person who directs an orchestra is a conductor. Country that lies in the Pyrenees between Spain and France is Andorra. Main ingredients used to make a meringue are egg whites. Actually, egg whites. If you put eggs, that'll be. The only character to appear in every episode of The Last of the Summer Wine was Cleggy, Norman Clegg, played by Peter Sallis. And Banquo was a character in Macbeth, the Scottish play. Words go after ear, hot, and pot is shot. Ear shot, hot pot, hot shot, and pot shot. Easy for me to say. What word can go before collar, wash, and board? It's white. White collar worker, white wash, and a white board you have these days rather than black boards. What word can go after door, time, and main? It's a frame. A door frame, a time frame, and a main frame. Word can go before fingers, hook, and tank? It's fish. Fish fingers, a fish hook, and a fish tank. The word that can go after back, quick, and gun? Fire. Backfire, quick fire, gunfire. You got your scores? Send them through. Richard 9, Dawn 8, Stacey 6, June 8, Stephen 7. You go, Richard just out in the lead there by 1 point on 9. As we go into question 3 on pop music. These are questions from the official charts list of the best-selling albums of all time. Another one from the official charts list of the best-selling albums of all time. One, which artist appears at number 4 in the list with a 2011 album entitled 21? You never know, Richard. You never know. It's been very close the last few weeks. It's always nip and tuck these days. That was which artist appears at number 4 in the list of the best-selling albums of all time with a 2011 album entitled 21. Number 2, which Oasis album features in the top 20? Only one Oasis album in the top 20. Which one's that? Number 3, which Beatles album is at number 3 in the charts? Which Beatles album is at number 3 in the chart of the best-selling albums of all time? Number 4, what is the title of the Madonna compilation album that is in the top 20? What's the title of the Madonna compilations, like your greatest hits album, that is in the top 20? Number 5, the album entitled Back to Black is featured in the top 20. Which singer recorded that album? The album Back to Black featured in the top 20. Which singer recorded Back to Black? Okay, question 4 is on Shakespeare. This is too bad anyway. If you know a little bit about Shakespeare, you're in with a shout. Question 1, who offered his kingdom in exchange for a horse? Who offered his kingdom in exchange for a horse? A horse, my kingdom for a horse, I believe was the quote. But who said it? Excuse me. Question 2, who is Shakespeare's Moor? M-O-O-R. Who is Shakespeare's Moor? M-O-O-R. Mike Oscar Romeo. Question 3, what was the name of the Queen of the Fairies in A Midsummer Night's Dream? What was the name of the Queen of the Fairies in the Shakespeare play A Midsummer Night's Dream? Question 4. In the Shakespeare play, who asks, "If you prick us, do we not bleed?" In the Shakespeare play, who asks, "If you prick us, do we not bleed?" Question 5. Which play features the line, "A plague on both your houses"? Which play features the line, "A plague on both your houses"? You've got your answers down. Senders are ready. Richard's ready. Stephen's ready. June ready. Stacey ready. And Dawn ready. Okay, the pop music. This is the best-selling albums of all time. The artist who recorded the 2011 album 21 was Adele. The Oasis album that features in the top 20 is What's the Story, Morning Glory. Beatles album in at number 3 is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. My favourite as well. Title of the Madonna compilation album that's in the top 20 is The Immaculate Collection. The Immaculate Collection. And Back to Black was sung by Amy Winehouse. Shakespeare, who offered his kingdom in exchange for a horse, that was Richard III. Shakespeare's Moor was Othello. Moor was a, what would they say now, a dark-skinned chap. Or that's black, yeah. Probably the only black character in Shakespeare, I think. The name of the Queen of the Fairies in A Midsummer Night's Dream was Titania. Who asks, "If you prick us, do we not bleed?" That was Shylock in The Merchant of Venice. And the play that features the line, "A plague on both your houses," Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet. You see the Capulets and the Montagues. You've got your scores, send them through. Yeah, we'll go. Richard's got 8, 17. Stacey's got 7, 13. Dawn 8, 16. Stephen 5. Ooh, bad round. Stephen 12. And June 8, 16. That means Richard still hanging on the lead there by 1 point. Dawn and June breathing down his neck on 16. And 13 for Stacey and 12 for Stephen. You're obviously off school the day they did Shakespeare, Stephen. Aye, I thought you might make that. Aye. Okay, on to question 5, which is sport. Just miscellaneous sport, and I'll give you a choice. So if you don't know, you can guess. Question 1. Which sporting legend was known as the Louisville Lip? Was it Joe Frazier or Muhammad Ali? Which sporting legend was known as the Louisville Lip? Joe Frazier or Muhammad Ali? Question 2. In which decade was the first Le Mans 24-hour race held? Was it the 20s or the 50s? In which decade was the first Le Mans 24-hour race held? 1920s or 1950s? Question 3. The famous W.G. Grace is best known as a cricketer. But at what other sport did he represent his country as captain? Was it in tennis or was it in lawn bowls? Great W.G. Grace, best known as a cricketer, but what other sport did he represent England as captain? Tennis or lawn bowls? Question 4. How many tricks make up a grand slam in bridge? Is it 7 or 13? How many tricks make up a grand slam in bridge? 7 or 13? Question 5. Which sport, excuse me, which sport is associated with the Harmsworth Cup? Is it powerboating or speedway? Which sport is associated with the Harmsworth Cup? Powerboating or speedway? Question 6 is TV. Kids TV. Kids TV. In which children's TV series would you find the following characters? In which children's TV series would you find the following characters? Number 1, Captain Haddock. Captain Haddock. In which kids' TV show? Question 2, Baron Silas von Greenback. Baron Silas von Greenback. 3, Tobermory. Tobermory. Or the Iron Chicken. The Iron Chicken. And 5, Professor Yaffle. Professor Yaffle. There you go. When you get your answers down, send us a ready. Stacey's ready. June's ready. Richard ready. Stephen ready. Sweet and Dawn. There's Dawn ready. Okay, sport. Sport legend known as the Louisville Lip was Muhammad Ali. The Le Mans 24-hour race was first held in 1923, the 20s. W.G. Grace, better known as a cricketer, but he also did captain England in Lawn Green Bowls. How many tricks make up a Grand Slam and bridge? That's 13. And the Harmsworth Cup is competed for in powerboating. Kids TV, in which series would you find the characters? Captain Haddock was in Hergé's Adventures of Tintin. Baron Silas von Greenback was in Danger Mouse. Tobermory, the Wombles. The Iron Chicken is in The Clangers. And Professor Yaffle was in Bagpuss. The owl in Bagpuss. When you get your scores, send them through. Richard, 6. Ooh, bad round there, Richard. 23. Stacey, 5. 18. Might not be such a bad round, Richard. Stephen, 7. 19. Dawn 7. 23. And June 8. 24. So we've got a new leader with a cracking run from June there. He's in the lead on 24. Dawn and Richard on 23. Stephen Jeanette on 18. On 19, sorry. And Stacey on 18. Okay, question 7. Excuse me. The human body. Here again, it's multiple choice questions. Number 1. Which is the longest bone in the human body? Is it the tibia, the fibula, or the femur? Which is the longest bone in the human body? Tibia, fibula, and femur. Number 2. Which of the body's organs are affected by Bright's disease? Is it the eyes, the kidneys, or the brain? Which of the body's organs are affected by Bright's disease? Eyes, kidneys, or brain? Bright is B-R-I-G-H-T. Bright's disease. Three. What is the common name for the scapula? Is it your shoulder blade, your collarbone, or your kneecap? It's a common name for the scapula. Shoulder blade, collarbone, and kneecap. Four. Where in the human body would you find the lunula? That's L-U-N-U-L-A. Is it the ear, fingernail, or an elbow? Where in the human body would you find the lunula? L-U-N-U-L-A. Is it the ear, the fingernail, or the elbow? And question 5. What is the common name for the disease trismus? That's T-R-I-S-M-U-S. That's M for mother. Trismus. Is it sunstroke, lockjaw, or mumps? It's a common name for the disease trismus. Sunstroke, lockjaw, or mumps. Question 8 is on films. Films of the 1990s. Films of the 1990s. Question 1. Who played Peter Pan in the 1991 movie Hook? Who played Peter Pan in the 1991 movie Hook? Question 2. Which animal features in the 1993 movie Free Willy? Which animal features in the 1993 movie Free Willy? Excuse me. Number 3. Which 1998 movie starring Gwyneth Paltrow features two parallel universes? Which 1998 movie starring Gwyneth Paltrow features two parallel universes? Question 4. Who played Fred Flintstone in the 1994 film The Flintstones? Who played Fred Flintstone in the 1994 film The Flintstones? And question 5. Who wrote the screenplay for the 1999 rom-com Notting Hill? Who wrote the screenplay for the 1999 rom-com Notting Hill? When you've got your answers, senders are ready. Stacey ready. Richard ready. June ready. Stephen ready. And Dawn ready. Okay, question 7 was on the human body. The longest bone in the human body is the femur. It's your thigh bone, your tibia and fibula, and the lower leg. I don't know because I broke both of them. Which of the body's organs are affected by Bright's disease? That's your kidneys. The scapula is also called the shoulder blade. Where in the human body would you find the lunula? It's actually on your fingernails. It's that little crescent bit of lighter skin just at the bottom of your fingernails. And the common name for the disease trismus is lockjaw. Lockjaw. You don't see it so much these days, I don't think. Films of the 1990s, Peter Pan and Hook was played by Robin Williams. The animal featured in the 1993 movie Free Willy was a whale or an orca. Killer whale. 1998 movie starring Gwyneth Paltrow that features two parallel universes that was called Sliding Doors. Sliding Doors. I've never seen it, but apparently a woman running to get a tube train, and one, she gets on it, and it shows you what happens when she gets on it. The other one, she just misses it, and shows you the outcome of that. So they're like two parallel universes. Who played Fred Flintstone in the 1994 film The Flintstones? That was John Goodman. And who wrote the screenplay for Notting Hill? It was Richard Curtis. Richard Curtis. Then you've got your scores. Send them through. Stephen, 9 out of 10 gives you 28. Stacey, 8 gives you 26. Excuse me. Dawn, 9 gives you 32. Richard, 8 gives you 31. And June, 7 gives you 31. So Dawn's gone into the lead now on 32. June and Richard close behind on 21. 28 was Stephen, Jeanette, and Stacey's in on 26. As we're going to the last two rounds, this will sort the wheat from the chaff, as they say. Question 9, famous people. What is the real first name of the following people? So you just want a first name here. So if you don't know, you can always have a guess. It's just a first name. It's the real first name of Sting from the Police. Sting. Two, Eminem. Eminem. That's the rap star. I think I'm really going senile in my old age because one of my favourite artists at the minute is Stormzy. He's had a couple of great tracks out. I'm thinking, I don't like rap music, but Stormzy's really good. Number 3, Twiggy, the 60s supermodel, Twiggy. Number 4, Buzz Aldrin, astronaut, Buzz Aldrin. His proper first name. Number 5, the late great Spike Milligan. One of my all-time favourites. Spike Milligan. What was his real first name? And question 10 on countries. This is a new one, but I'll explain it as best I can. I think you'll get it all right. When athletes represent their countries in international sports competitions, the 3-letter country code is worn on the vest. Okay, So we don't got England with ENG. So I'm going to ask you 5 questions. Each question has a 3-letter answer. So the proper words are all 3-letter answers. So you want the 3-letter answer and you want the country that it would stand for if it was on an international vest. Okay, for example, if the question was angry, you'd have mad, and the country would be Madagascar. Okay, so you want the 3-letter word and you want the country. Number 1, an item of female underwear. An item of female underwear. Number 2, to prohibit by official order. To prohibit by official order. Excuse me. Number 3, to move a camera so that a wide area is filmed. To move a camera so that a wide area is filmed. Excuse me. Number 4, a unit of pressure. A unit of pressure. Number 5, the most common conjunction in the English language. The most common conjunction in the English language. Sorry, Stacey. 2. 2 was to prohibit by official order. No one else, Stacey? Anybody else got any questions on that question? Just ask and we'll see if I can put you right. Otherwise, send us a ready when you're ready. Last one done. The most common conjunction in the English language. Stephen's ready, June's ready, Richard's ready. Stephen's ready, June's ready, Richard's ready, Dawn's ready. Just waiting on Stacey. Stacey Rennie. Okay, famous people. The real first name of Sting is Gordon Sumner. Eminem is Marshall Mathers III or something. Twiggy was Leslie Hornby. Buzz Aldrin, this was one for our kid. Actually, it's Edwin, not Edward, Edwin, like our kid. And Spike Milligan was Terrence. Excuse me. The 3-letter answers and the country, if those letters were on that international vests. An item of female underwear is a bra, BRA, and the country would be Brazil. To prohibit by official order is to ban, the country would be Bangladesh. To move a camera so that a wide area is filmed is to pan round with the camera. And the country would be Panama. The unit of pressure is a bar. And the country is Barbados. And the most common conjunction in the English language is and the country would be Andorra. I've just looked it up, and a conjunction is a word used to connect clauses or sentences or to coordinate words in the same clause. E.g. and, but, if, that sort of thing. Because I didn't know what a conjunction was either. Right, let's see those scores. Stephen, 8, gives you 36. Richard, 6, gives you 37. Dawn, 8, gives you 40. Stacey, 4, gives you 30. And June, 5, gives you 36. Well, quite emphatically that they finished there with a good last round. Dawn on 40. It's a good score. If you get a 40 on one of these quizzes, I think you're doing really well. And just behind there on 37 was Richard. 36 was June. 36, Stephen and Jeanette. And on 30 was Stacey. Well, hope you all enjoyed that. If you did, we'll see you in 3 weeks' time. Don't forget. Yeah, I'll try and enjoy my holiday, but you know, when it's all sunny and you're lying on the beach all day and on the pool drinking cocktails and things, it's not great, but it's a hard job, but somebody's got to try and do it. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Oh, dear, Dawn. Oh, well, I'm glad it cheered you up a little bit. Okay, thanks, everybody. Good night. God bless.